Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United and all things Tottenham Hotspur as well. Both these sides found out the Europa League round of 16 opponents. Manchester United facing Real Sociedad and Spurs taking on AZ Alkmaar. So we'll be discussing that. And these two teams faced off in the last weekend of the Premier League action as well, with Spurs running out 1-0 winners in, the El Midico, the mid-off, as people called it. But Spurs got the better of us. Can't believe it. But then again, Spurs consistently beat us. So here we are. So please make sure, like I said, you keep all your comments or your questions, Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur related. Well, make sure, though, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, you hit the like button on the video. When you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, people. All I need you lot to do is hit that like button on the video. Please make sure you share this out across all the socials. That's Me Flawless at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless. That's on Twitter and Instagram. So retweet and like on Twitter, share from the Instagram. And just as important, it is road to 15,000 subscribers here on Sarcasm City TV. Hit that notification bell as well, people. Hit that notification bell, subscribe. And I mentioned it, you can see in the title, United look to bounce back after Spurs defeat. We're taking on Everton in the early game. Great. Can't wait to do that watch along and watch that match. But Spurs take on Ipswich in the 3 p.m. kickoff, people. So, you know what? Let me bring one of the regulars in first and foremost. We got De Niro in the building. Yes, De Niro, what are you saying, man? You good?
Come on, bro. Yeah, man, you got it wrong though. You said El Midoff is El Relegato, bro. That's what it's called, bro. You get me? That El Relegato, bro. Trust me.
El Relegato. That's good, Joe. I can't lie. And people, Jez will be here shortly. Jacob can't make it on, but we had to go get a special guest. You know what I'm saying? If Spurs or United was bringing this caliber of person off the bench, both our clubs would be in a better space. We got man like Charlie, No Filter FC in the building. Yes, Charlie, what are you saying, man? You good?
All good, man. Big up Flawless, big up Madeira as well. Big up the chat. Yeah, happy to be on. Should be a good show. Should be interesting to talk about with both our clubs. Still deep in the mud. But yeah, should be a good show, man. Yeah, big up Flawless every single time.
Man, every time. El Relegato, both our clubs deep 100%. In the mud. Yeah, great. Can't wait. And people, the reason why the show's earlier than usual because the Leicester Brentford game is going on. But we'll go back to last week. De Niro, we'll start with you. Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Manchester United 0. Thoughts on the game, thoughts on the result as well.
What did I tell you about Jed Spence, bro? I told you, bro. This is the one shining light, bro. I keep telling guys. Since he came, I'll never forget, even when he came, when we first signed him, I was the one guy that literally, I was saying that, bro, this is the guy, bro, trust me. When I seen him play against Arsenal, against Martinelli in that FA Cup, bro, I knew this guy's a bad boy, bro. He knows how to play football. But it was just about, obviously, the confidence and giving him the chance to play, which he never had under Conte, but now you're seeing it, you get me? So it's one thing from that game I'll take is that he's a one shining light that I can definitely see there. Toe as well, you get me there. Toe even played well as well. He played all right, man. Like, he had a good few link up plays as well. I think Toe is one for the future. I don't know what club I don't think he'll be at Spurs in future, but I think definitely he's a player there. There's a player in there. So yeah, man. I mean, as for performance, it's better than what we've been doing. I can say that. It's better than what we've been doing. Obviously, I don't know what this Madison gas is, bro. Obviously, bro, the goal wasn't anything special, bro. But obviously, you get me. But you gotta be there to score it, innit? So at the end of the day, I'll give him that. But yeah, man, like I just think, bro, that the two teams, they're dead, isn't it? Like there's not much to it, bro. Like they're dead, but like I say, a win is a win, bro. You gotta give credit where credit's due. You get me? Like we got the W, which is what we needed. We needed to win that game. Won the game. I think would we say, from what people have been saying, is that, in my opinion, I don't know. We control but didn't control, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we control but didn't control, because at the same time, United themselves are mid as well, like we've all been seeing as well. And obviously, you had a few opportunities yourself, and maybe if you had a better team, better players, it changes the game. You take your chances, isn't it? But Garnacho, bro, bro, let me not even because I can't lie. There was a few opportunities. Is it Dogu? Dogu was in good
Yeah,
spaces that he could have given him the ball and he refused not to. There was even a play that I saw them break down. Somebody broke down the other day on TikTok where if he plays, you know, when there's I think it was
was an overlap.
overlap. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The overlap. So he could have played that, and then obviously Dorgu whips that in, and then obviously Xerxes can get on the end of that. That's a play that was there. So with that game, I just because the reason why I'm touching on both is because I don't think it's more of a Spurs thing for me. It's more of a United thing, just in the touching points, is because I've seen on the internet a lot of people saying Amarim this, Amarim that. If Amarim doesn't get the players, bro, you can see the patterns of play that he's trying to produce, but the players are not producing it, bro. Like at the end of the day, you can actually see what he's trying to produce. If you break down the game and look at the game, you can see what he's trying to produce. Yeah, there's some mistakes that he's making in maybe substitutions or who he's starting. I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's still down to the players that he's having to deal with, bro. Because the patterns of play are there. It's just not being able to be fulfilled because you've got Wallads like Garnacho that are still in your team. You understand? Xerxes had a great game. I think he played quite well. He played quite well for myself. But yeah, man, I just think the fans, your fans, once again, I said this the last time we were on here, it's too reactionary, bro. Just calm down, bro. You understand? You can criticize, but to just be screaming, yeah, this guy needs to get this right. And bro, you knew this was gonna be the case. I don't understand where this this what's the word? This outburst
Yeah,
is
this
just coming
outrage.
from randomly. Outrage, bro. You already knew this was gonna happen. You are the same fans that were screaming, oh. Yeah, as long as he comes in and he just shows green light signs and we take, even if we take the L's, then at least we know that in future when he's got his own players, brother, you ain't even let the guy get his own players. The guy hasn't even had a whole transfer window just yet, bro. Let the guy settle, let the guy get it, bro. The green lights are there. If I'm in the United side of things, brother, I'm not complaining, bro. Just calm down, bro. Wait till the summer window. You go into next season, and then from there, bro, you can start making your decisions, bro. But for me, like I say, the patterns of play are there. It's just the players that you got, they can't fulfill the pattern of play, bro. You can see what he's trying to do, but is the players aren't able to do it, and that's just the thing for United. And then obviously as for Spurs, bro, let's not get gas, bro. One result, you get me. Whether we could go to Ipswich now, be in Spurs, and then go and lose. This is the thing. So this is the thing. So obviously, when we play against Ipswich, all I want to see, just get me another W. That's all I care about. I don't want to see no draws and no else. Just get me another W. We move on again. Get me another W. We move on again, so we can get ourselves out of this flipping El Relegato situation, bro. You understand? And then move into the mid off, bro. You understand? That's literally all it is. So, bro, obviously I'm still Ange out though. You get me, bun my man. You understand? I told you, man. I told you, man, about this Liverpool situation. I've been here already. We've spoken it, but I just had to remind you. I said, bro, 4-1. It was 4-1. You understand? And this is the thing, bro. The guy, yeah, you got the result, but United are dead. So let's not, you get me? All you Spurs fans that are twerking as you usually do, stop twerking, bruv. You understand? Don't be wild lads. Don't be like them Arsenal man down the road that twerk every time they get a W, bro, and think they're back in a title race. You man are not winning nothing. So yeah, bro. Just this is it, bro. That's really it.
Nah, first. Charlie, what are you saying? Thoughts on the game? And big up Jez in the cut as well.
Yeah, no, look, first, yeah, big up everyone. Yeah. Yeah, the game. I mean, first of all, I guess flawless. We kind of have your number all of a suddenly. Like we've beaten you 3 times for the first time ever. I think it's the first time that's ever happened, and we beat you. We did the double on you without conceding for the first time in like the Premier League era or something. So just a few crazy stats there. Just I thought I'd put out.
So thank you for reminding me, Charlie.
Yeah,
letting me know.
I couldn't believe that. I mean, it seems like because we had a period. I think it was a couple years ago where we lost to you like 5 times in a row or something. And then since then, we've actually got a few results. But anyway, yeah, on the game, yeah, I kind of agree with a lot of what Maduro said. It was a complete mid-off. And I said it would go that way. I mean, I predicted a draw for the game, We ended up winning it. I thought it was one of those, look, we got the goal and that was enough because I thought for the first half, we had more control of the game than United. Second half, I thought, especially that first 10 minutes, I thought you guys really should have scored a goal. But it's one of those where, look, it doesn't change anything for me because if you go back and watch the game, yeah, great, we got a result. But Garnacho's, he's a scrub. He is an absolute scrub. I mean, if this guy could finish, basically, he would have scored at least one goal and we probably draw or maybe lose the game. Xerxes as well had that header. You know, so for me, we got away with it. And did we deserve to lose? Probably not. I thought in general, we had more control of the game than Man United, but it's not saying much. It was a really poor game of football. And yeah, look, one goal. We actually kept a clean sheet at home, which is like a rarity under this manager. But yeah, for me, look, not a lot has changed. Obviously, it was good to get a result because, I mean, there's been too few of those this season. But yeah, look, on another day, I think we probably don't win that game, if I'm being honest, with the chances that we conceded. This is what I'm saying. Nothing's changed because we were playing Ange ball again. Inverted fullbacks, spaces out wide. You see how Garner, you know the chance in the first half where he's like literally one-on-one and he puts it over? That was through Ange ball because there's no fullback in sight. Our fullback, Porro, is inverted. So, yeah, for me, look, that game, you got, in a way, you guys pretty much...
That is mad funny, yo. Yeah. I've never heard a description of a chance being given away. I said, that's Ange ball.
Yes, Ange.
He's by himself. Our fullback is in our fullback inside.
It is. Sorry. It is. And it happened multiple times. Like, I think Madeira mentioned Dorgu. I mean, I said about Patrick Dorgu at Lecce, I watched Serie A, he's a very good player. Yeah. And I said when you got him, he's a good signing. But he's been playing at right wing. I don't know if you knew this. He's been playing at right wing a lot this season. So he's naturally...
Because he played him right wing back in the first game, and then the game against you, like he played him left wing back. Yeah.
So he can play like everywhere. And I thought he was getting a lot of space. And this is what I'm saying. With Amarin, you guys, I've said this. I can see the ideas he's implementing, but your players can't execute it. And I actually think now it's getting worse. Before I could see it, okay, you're getting like when you beat City and when you drew with Liverpool, I'm like, okay, maybe the way is up. But I'm seeing it now. I'm like, the Amarin idea is still there because he's playing the formation, but it's more and more now. Your players can't do it. And not only that, your good players are getting injured. Like Ahmad, he's out for the season. You have barely any forwards left. So, yeah, look, for you guys, if I'm being honest, like that, I don't see especially this season, I don't see a way out of it. And for us, look, my opinion hasn't really changed because the game, we got the result, but in terms of the way it went, look, it was more of the same, to be honest. And look, Spence, like Madeira mentioned, Spence, I thought played well. Thought he's had a few good games. But again, I'm not going to get carried away with Spence because Spence had like two or three loan spells where he didn't do well. And Ange, not only Ange, but Conte, obviously, when we signed Spence, Conte openly said he's a club signing. He's not his signing. That's even Ange, even Ange, until we got these injuries, hasn't played Spence. When we had everyone fit and he had the opportunity to rotate, he didn't do it. He left Spence out the Europa League squad. It's only now we had injuries that he's playing him. So for me, Spence, look, he's showing promise, but I need to see a bigger sample size to kind of really say that he's this great player that a lot of people are talking about. But look, I guess time will tell. But yeah, look, absolute mid-off. But you know, we got a rare clean sheet. I'll take a clean sheet.
Yeah, look, clean sheet against us. And this is Postecoglou on Spence. He says, we wanted to give Spence every opportunity in the summer. We knew there was a player there, but it was Jed's to take it. He worked so hard, remained patient in previous years. He might have given up the fight, but he kept on going and working hard, and that really made an impression on me and his teammates. You know, it seems like, all right, Fez, he's saying fair enough. Who's saying he's got his opportunity? No, but go on, carry on, Charlie. Just wait to get to you mentioned. That's
what I was saying. Yeah, I mean, with Spence, look, we don't. Nobody knows what actually went on, but the truth, but the truth is that Ange wouldn't have played him unless he got all these injuries. That's just the evidence we have at the start of the season. So there you go. And also, I just wanted to touch on just quickly. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you see the protest before the game?
I did not see the protest.
Saw it. Yeah.
It was. Do you know what? Like, it was actually for once we actually got serious numbers. I was there. We
you there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, we actually proper 2000 around 2000, and I'm like, finally for the first time, people have woken up and said what they're going to do online. Whereas before, you'd have all these people talk online, and then nobody would turn up. So that was a big positive in the sense that we're finally putting pressure on the ownership. But at the end of the day, that's not going to do anything. If we're going to put any real pressure, it needs to be every home game, that sort of protest. But I just thought I'd point that out there because finally it seemed like a lot of our fan base put kind of differences aside and actually united on that day. And it felt good. It was good. It was good to see for me.
I was shocked, bro. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was on YouTube, and then I was scrolling on YouTube, and obviously, what's it called? I think when we played was the last week, so obviously I was on holiday at the time. I'm scrolling on YouTube in the hotel, bro. I see protest, bro. I couldn't believe it, blood. I even had to watch the whole video, blood. I couldn't believe my eyes. I even sat there. I even went to chat to my pops, bro. I said, can you imagine, bro? These guys actually did something, bro. If I was in England, I would have said, listen, let me rise up to this, bro. I would have definitely had to rise up. But it's good to see, bro. This is what we're calling for. And it's happening. This is why they say speak things into existence, and it'll happen, innit? So we've got to keep doing it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Look at you lot getting it together. I didn't know about.
Hey, brother, don't be doing that, bro. Stop doing that, man. Why is he doing that, bro? Bro, why is he doing that, bro?
What am I doing, yo?
It's the way. Listen, Charlie. It's the way he says it. He says it in a way that you get me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
What did I? Hey, Charlie, don't go to the dark side, man. What did I do, yo? Yo, I'm just saying it's good. This is a good start for you lot in regards to the protest, because everyone thought the protest was going to be pitiful. And according to you, De Niro, and according to Charlie, it went well. Because I'd heard about it beforehand, but I didn't know it had gone on. But I'd heard about it. So that's what it is.
100%.
That's all. I was saying, like, I didn't mean.
Bro, you said, look at you lot. The initial statement was, look at you lot getting it.
You know, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Getting it together. I like that. You feel me? I like
you like Flawless, you like your side piece doing it. So you know what I mean?
You know, like Spurs, I'm like, yo, I need you lot to United are terrible. So you lot actually doing anything of note and actually playing well really annoys people. I say this all the time. Like, I didn't realize until getting into this space how much Spurs are despised by everybody else.
I've said it for ages, man. People say we're irrelevant, but yet they talk about us all the time. Make it make sense. Yeah, I'm not even defending Spurs here. I'm just saying people say things and then do the opposite.
Like, you lot are severely like hated. Like, I knew there was the rivalry with Arsenal. I didn't know the level of rivalry with Chelsea, and I didn't know how much other teams dislike you as well, in particular inside London. Like, if I tweet about Spurs, it goes crazy. If I mention,
yeah.
Like, I didn't realize what it's like. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Yes, Jess, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What are you saying? This guy.
Cool.
Chicken Royale.
What's it called? Nah, I had to switch up. What's it called? Avi, since I had to log into my laptop and all shit. Yeah, but I'm good, man. I'm good. Bro, I can't lie.
Go on.
Today it feels like the whole day, like, bro, like I broke my kneecap or some shit. I don't know. It hurts like a motherfucker.
Did you bang it or something?
I didn't bang it, bro. Like, I just woke up and that motherfucker just hurt, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. But anyway, outside of that, yeah, I'm actually really good.
Yeah, calm thoughts on, since we're talking about it, thoughts on your victory over us. You beat us like 1-0. Talk to us.
Now, I've talked about it before, man. Like, we just needed to get 3 points. It was just one of them ones where, like, we talking about before I actually talk about the game. To all the people that were speaking about the low quality of this game, people, if you look actually at the Premier League table and you scroll down, it says literally 14 versus 15. I don't know what people are expecting in terms of like some eventful game or anything like that, like it's being the Champions League or something, but it felt like a 14 versus 15 game. Like both teams again just going through their own troubles. We go through our own troubles. United go through their own troubles. And we made it count when we needed to make it count. And yeah, United had a couple of opportunities to go and score, but I said it, man. I don't care if these wins have to come ugly at this point, and you have to kind of find yourself some sort of momentum, even if it's going through like performances that you necessarily don't like. Like I was looking at it after the game, and I wasn't necessarily happy about the performance, me personally.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it from perspectives that if we would have put in a good performance, but we still don't win the game, would have been people happy about it? No, like I feel like even if we would have won and put a good performance in, I don't think people are happy because we jumped to 12. I wouldn't have been not happy about it. So for me, it's like it was one of the games where, like I said, we have to just keep going. To be honest, like we won the game. Obviously, I heard obviously M. Dinero say obviously how we shouldn't be getting too gassed and all that. Me personally, I'm not personally gassed, but I can understand why people do want to get gassed because a Spurs W feels very rarely. That's like a Spurs W these days feels like Arsenal in the Champions League final. Like it just doesn't happen these days. You know what I mean? So I'm like I don't really mind people like there's just literally not a lot to be just happy about. You can talk about the players, you can talk about the manager, you can talk about the club. Like there's legit not a lot to be happy when it comes to the football club. So when you get these W's in, I get why people are gassed. I was personally gassed, very happy that we just got the 3 points, and obviously tomorrow you have to go on and just continue just getting the 3 points. Again, like Ipswich away is not necessarily an easy ground, I would say, and like you just have to get 3 points. Like I think Kulusevski talking about how I think reporter asked him about how a week of rest actually how I'm asking how much impact it has on the players, and he was talking about how it matters. But in my opinion, yeah, like you can say it is a big thing that you get in a week rest, but if you can't go and get the win against Ipswich, it kind of didn't mean anything that you were saying. But look, man,
I think Jez, do you know what it is as well? I think it's important because the thing with Spurs is the league was done a long time ago. Like, I'm not saying we're going to win it, but our whole season depends on the Europa League. Like, that's all.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I think if you want to have any sort of hope, then it's important to have momentum coming into that rather than not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like for me, it's like I'm looking from a perspective where like you want to get obviously performances, you want to get the performances better as we go and obviously continue on winning, but in the same time, when you're so used to losing, like just getting the feeling of winning, you have to actually just get it because I need these guys to have to, because Charlie obviously just mentioned the morale. We need the morale to be at as highest as possible when it comes to the Europa League, because obviously the draw happens. We playing Acer, United playing Sociedad, and I kind of like out of both teams, I personally prefer Acer. Not because I don't think Acer are actually bad. I think they're actually a really good team. Just because I feel like Sociedad have tools where like I'm just a bit more worried about them with Acer personally.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that the Acer game is going to be easy, but I'm not saying we're going to win the Europa League. I don't even think we're going to probably even maybe go through against Acer. But if there's any sort of level of pride within the players, within the manager, they should be looking at this competition thinking that, okay, we try and make sure we don't get relegated in the league, and you go and try to put your best.
That's the only thing that can save the season, right? That's literally it.
Because like,
if we don't win the Europa League, I'm not saying we will, but if we don't, it's completely a catastrophe of a season.
100%, because like we're talking about scenarios about players leaving. We're talking about scenarios where we're not even gonna get European football. Forget Champions League football. Like, and if you go and win the Europa League, you all of the sudden looking at a lot of people talking hella mad about you in terms of as a player, or you can look from the manager saying how a lot of people are saying all these things about you. And yes, the season has been really terrible. But if you go end up the season with a trophy and it's the Europa League, nobody's really care about the fact that you got fucked by Liverpool 4-0. Nobody's really gonna care about in the end of the season. Some people will. Me personally, if I end the season with an Europa League, I consider about how I have another European trophy at my football club, and Arsenal don't. But it's just one of them as well. Like, generally speaking, it's just hard to really go and sit here and look at the United game and get just super like pumped up, because we don't know what Spurs we're gonna get this week. But it's me just pretty much more on hope that the players and the manager can just figure it out how they want to turn it around, because there's still a lot of games to be played at the end of the day. And I'm not in this defeatist mindset of I'm just happy to lose every single game in that, because I don't know. It just sucks because I'm looking at the date. It's the 21st of February, and like the season being over before March, it's kind of ass, man. I'll be honest. Like, it's just not it, man. I'll be honest, just not it.
Oh, hey, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And staying with you, Jez, you referenced it there when talking about the United game in parts, drawing AZ Alkmaar in the Europa League. So further thoughts on that tie? Of course, you want to win it. Of course, you want to target it. You're not sure Spurs can, but obviously you don't want the players and the manager to have that mindset. But yeah, thoughts on not only that tie, but potential matchups after that as well. I believe I've got it here, like who you could face after.
I think the next team that you could play if you beat AZ,
Ajax or
Frankfurt. And obviously, you know me. Obviously, I'm not like a heavy Bundesliga watcher. And Frankfurt, they've been still really good even without Mamouche, to be honest. Like, you can see like
good team,
the impact of what happened without him being there no more. But they're still a really good team. You can still look at somebody like Hugo Etitika. You can look at guys like Hugo Larson. You can look at the guys who are playing like left mid, right mid / wing back, and like Nathaniel Brown, Knauf, these guys. I don't think necessarily the defense is great, like, so you can get at them, in my opinion. But it's just more about the attack. Like, they just know how to. They know where to go.
My worry is over 2 legs is with the manager, because I think I've said this squad wise. When everyone's fit, our squad is one of the better squads in the competition. But my worry is the manager.
Yes.
Over 2 legs, I don't think he has the tactical capacity to beat whether it's a Frankfurt or a Lazio who's on our side. Lazio will be a real problem if we end up playing them. But that's the thing. That's why I'm not hopeful with the Europa League. Mostly when a lot of that's down to the manager.
But I think this is obviously. But I think a lot of us feel that way in terms of currently with the manager. How we don't feel that the manager can get, when we get to teams where, like, obviously AZ will be a struggle.
AZ aren't a bad side.
But when you go, but let's say in the scenario where you do go through and you do find yourself in the situation where we're playing the Frankfurts, I think Ajax can actually give you a game with Frascioli as the manager. You just talked about Lazio. Now we're going even a level higher from playing a team like AZ, who we talking about being a struggle. But then these are the type of moments where, like, we talking about and being on severe under pressure. These are the moments where you can show yourself why you deserve to be at the football club. Then, if you believe you deserve to be at the football club, do I think we go through as of me personally? No, but this is where you earn your money. This is where you show me, show me what you can actually bring doing these knockout stages now. Because in the Europa League, have we been perfect in the Europa League? No, the performances here and there have been ass, but we've been going through some results and ended up be able to finish in the top 8 when at times it was looking a bit spooky around like game week 4, game week 5. So it's up really to the manager and the players showing us what they're about, because I had many conversations about when it even comes to the squad past the manager. Is that I can't even tell you in terms of I couldn't tell you what our best midfield is, honestly. I couldn't even tell you our best attack at the moment in time. I would say probably, my opinion, only Sri Lanka been the guaranteed starter for me in the front three. Yeah. Midfield, you can say Kulusevski, but at the same time,
with the midfield, you know what my biggest problem with the midfield is that when I look at the way Spurs play in midfield, and obviously the formation, it's like a 3 in midfield, 3-4, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. But my problem when I watch the midfield play, to me, it looks like Ange has just thrown 3 bodies in there and just said play midfield. He hasn't assigned them specific positions,
specific roles.
He's not playing.
And you see situations at times where, like, teams, like, when they do find us in the counter attack, where, like, maybe you see somebody central in the DM spots, for example, but then maybe the left side of center mid or the right side of center mid is way too far apart from each other.
He just chucks 3 players in there. He doesn't play with a holding midfield. So he doesn't play. So he literally just chucks them in. Yeah, and that's why we get overrun in midfield, because
this is a big issue, because I even talk about a lot about it with ironically Maresca. I was just talking about it yesterday with a couple of Chelsea fans in the group chat. I was talking about how a big part of what I think helped him early in the season was that when Lavia was actually fit, it wasn't just one man that was protecting the back line, but it was also both of them helping each other out and taking the workload of each other. But when you look at our situation, when it comes to our midfield, it feels like whoever just finds themselves in the deepest role has to do everything by themselves, and then the back line has to just pray. And this is where, like, a lot of criticism comes to the manager and his tactics, and all fair criticism that I think most Spurs fans. I haven't really seen any. Well, there's probably still there, but it's probably the majority, in my opinion, where people criticize about Ange in terms of that aspect of things. But it's kind of like where I go back to saying, you're talking about your job being on the line, and I always say, like, when you look at these modern day managers, a lot of them are stubborn. I see it at Amran, in my opinion. He's shown his things. I'm seeing it with Maresca now. Chelsea fans want to talk about it now. When I thought he was before that at Leicester, anyways. You see it with De Zerbi, who was actually one of my first choices back a couple seasons ago. Like, you see it at Brighton with Fabian Hützler. Like, managers are hella stubborn these days when it comes to their tactics. But then I'm fine with a manager being stubborn. But then if you find yourself in a situation where your job is on the line and you want to die like this, I'm cool if you want to die like this. But if it means you lost your job, I can't sit here at the end of the day defend you about these things because you was willing to die on your own beliefs. And it would be annoying, me personally, because, again, another manager search later on this season or in the summer would be annoying because I'm not necessarily...
Well, Jess, this is why it's Levy out and Enoch out. Because of
pretty
what
much,
you said there.
pretty much.
That's why it's Levy out.
We can get there in a second, actually, if obviously Forrest doesn't mind talking about it. But when we talking about Ange just specifically, this is his moment in terms of the Europa League. Like, I feel like if he would have had us playing in the round of 32, I don't think this team would have survived and actually get into the round of 16. Personally, so, amen. It's on him to show the fan base why he deserves to be at the football club. That's really all I can say, to be honest, at this moment in time.
That's fair. That's fair enough. De Niro, what are you telling me in regards to your drawing AZ? Drawing AZ. That's at a blank. Then drawing AZ and also Europa League aspirations overall as well.
You know what is?
I'll be right back. Yes.
Yeah, no stress, Jess.
I'll be honest, yeah.
Big up, Sheik.
You see with the so if you could just pull that up one more time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
you see with the so we're playing AZ, yeah. No, with the AZ game, bro, we should be, in my opinion, all of these games that are potentials that we could play, I believe we should be beating every single team, bro. In my opinion, and we should be. But the problem is we should be. That's the issue. We should be. And the issue for me is that even if we go and beat AZ and we play either at Ajax or Frankfurt, bro, I can't see us winning either against either team. And the reason why I don't see us winning against either team is just because of that's just the Spurs way of doing things, bro. The games that we should be winning, we can't, as a fan, you can't comfortably say, that we're going to go into this game and we're just going to get a W, because we crumble in games like that. Because in my opinion, like I say, we should beat at AZ. These teams are not bad. I'm not saying they're bad teams, but like, in my opinion, these are games that we should be winning. We should beat AZ. If we play at Ajax or Frankfurt, that should even be the top. Ajax or Frankfurt and then Lazio, if we were to draw them, those are the toughest teams.
Yes.
The rest of the teams we should be beaten, in my opinion. And even the teams I mentioned that are the toughest, still I believe we should be beating them.
Yeah.
If any other club goes into these games, like maybe even like, say for instance, if Arsenal were in this type of position, or even Chelsea, or bro, the fans will be saying we should win this, bro. Do you understand? And that's the same for what I think with my club. We should win these games, but it's just a question of will we do it. And the problem is that for us to even win these games, personally, I think we need a full squad. I'll be honest. Secondly, another thing for us to win these games is that, and one thing I've noticed, he doesn't know how to see out games. So even if we're 2-0 up, you don't even have the belief that we're gonna see this game through. You understand? It's literally that. So when we play a first leg, I believe if we're gonna even win any of these games, bro, the first leg needs to be away, in my opinion. And the first leg away, and then second, this is it. But I even believe it needs to be, if we can, which I don't think will happen, of course, but if we can get the first leg away in every single game if we can get to the final, that would be perfect. Because I think at least if we know, okay, cool, say if we go 1-0 down in the first leg, of course we know this team can score goals at least. Not that we're great at it, but we are great at it in a way because we're one of the top scoring teams right now in the Premier League. So if we go away, maybe if we were 1-1 or 2-2 or something, at least we know when we go home, all we need to do is just pepper goals. You understand? Against all these teams, just pepper as many goals as possible. So it's one of those ones where, like I say, bro, it's just like I'm sure Jez and Charlie will agree. It's games that you believe we should win, but it's just because it's Spurs, we don't know what's gonna happen. And then just to even reiterate to what Jez said about the morale, this is the thing with Spurs. There is no morale because we won against United, and as fans, we should be happy to say, "Yo, we beat United. We were gonna go beat Ipswich, and then we're gonna go into these Europa League games and do whatever." There's no morale at Spurs. Spurs could have beaten Man City 6-0 the other day instead of United. I guarantee you, bro. We could go to Ipswich and then lose 2-1 or lose 3-1, bro. It's just crazy. So I'm even tired of this. Like, I'm even tired. I don't have the energy to even be like, yeah, I'm gassed we beat United. Of course, I'm happy that we beat United because it means that I control this guy drinking his water. But the reality of the situation is that
Yo, what happened, yo, De Niro? We were boys, man. Where's all this vim come from, man? I
nah,
thought
bro,
we
you know
were
what it
brothers,
is?
yo.
I
What
clocked it.
happened?
I
What
clocked it.
did
I
we clock?
clocked it.
Yo, this is Eddie's
Nah,
fault, man. Don't let
I
Eddie do
clocked it.
this, you know. It's
Nah, do you know
Eddie's
what I've
fault, man.
clocked? Do you know what I've
Go on,
clocked,
what have you
bro?
clocked?
I've
Go
clocked
on, go
that
on,
the channel
go on.
is Sarcasm City TV for a
Of
reason. You know
course,
what?
yeah.
I believed it was a name. I believed it was a name that you basically made. Obviously, the other people on the channel. I thought it was just them that got you to produce this. But no, I realized it's you, bro. It's definitely you, bro. I've come to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying? I've really learned, and I've been. The thing is it's coming like I've not been. I've been on this channel for a
A long
while
time.
now, bro.
Yeah, it's a
And
long
man's
time.
like really clocking this now, bro. But obviously, you get me, bro. This is why the channel is what the channel is called, bro. It's what it comes with, bro. So, and that's why we love their channel, bro. So yeah, man, I clocked it. So yeah, bro. Don't worry, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Don't worry, man. But yeah, in the context of it, yeah, it's like I say, as a Spurs fan, there's no morale for me. Like I say, for me, I've lost all of that. So when we're beating teams, I'm not gassed that we're beating. I'm just gassed that I can go and troll other guys.
You're saying,
And
yeah, you happy you won, but you're not letting it go.
this
All
is
right,
it.
we're gonna
Yeah,
go on
bro.
a run. Oh, we can definitely win
Yeah,
the next game
exactly.
and take something from it. Nah, that makes
This
sense.
is it. So if we were to, like I say, if my team, I know we will beat United and then we'll go to beat Leicester. I'll actually not Leicester, Ipswich. I'll be happy, bro. I'll be excited, but because I know it's not guaranteed, it's like, what's the point? Because I'm gonna go take the mick out of United fans.
Yeah,
Then the week after, I lose to Ipswich.
take switch.
Like,
Yeah,
bro, you get it, bro. Doesn't make sense, bro. So yeah, that's just my opinion on it. To be fair,
no,
but yeah.
no, that's fair. That's fair. Same to you, Charlie. Thoughts on the AZ draw and your potential route as well to a final.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, the draw, look, AZ, I think, I mean, we've played them once this season already. We beat them 1-0 with we pretty much play like our B team or something. We beat them 1-0 at home. Wasn't a great game. It was a penalty and stuff. It was like, yeah, I mean, they had a few chances, probably should have done better with. They didn't have a lot in the final third, but yeah, we kind of scraped past them. Yeah, over 2 legs, assuming we have kind of players back. I think we'll beat AZ over 2 legs. I'm hoping so anyway. I mean, we should beat them. Like if we went out to them, it would be probably the biggest upset of the tournament, I imagine. But I think we should beat AZ. Look, not a terrible team. They got a couple of decent players, but yeah, I'm expecting us to get the business done against them. But then it's what comes after that. If we did beat AZ, that's the issue because I mean Frankfurt, they're a very good team. Even without Marmouche, they're a very good team. They're 3rd in the Bundesliga. Ajax, look, Ajax aren't the team they were when we last played them, of course, in the semi-final. But of course, if we play them, they're going to want revenge. They're going to be well up for that game. I'll tell you that. And Ajax, look, they're not a bad team either. They're top of the Dutch league. So yeah, it's AZ. I expect us to beat. After that, that's where I'm concerned because, like I say, tactically, I don't believe this manager. Look, I hope I'm wrong, but tactically, this manager doesn't have what it takes to navigate a European tournament. if it was one leg, I'd say, do you know what? Maybe, but over 2 legs, because let's say, I don't know if it's a Frankfurt or if we made it to the semis, if we play Lazio, even if we beat one of these teams in the first leg, that will give them, like, look at Liverpool. We beat Liverpool 1-0 at home. Then in the second leg, we got Pam 4-0.
Yeah, because you're second. If quarterfinal, semi-final, I think via the brackets, you would be at home.
We'd be at home.
Those games.
So that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
we could beat a Lazio at home. We could beat a Frankfurt at home. But it's the second leg. The manager, like with Lazio, Baroni, he's a very good manager. He's doing well there this season. Frankfurt as well. These managers will have the chance to look at that and say it will give them more time to suss him out, if that makes sense. Because in a one-off game, like we could on a one-off game we can blow away a team. But when it's over 2 legs, I don't believe in the manager. I don't believe he has what it takes to navigate that, because Madero said it, like, he's not interested in managing a game. We don't see it out because he doesn't have, and I'm not even saying he needs to change his whole philosophy. All he needs to do is just drop off, not because the way he wants to play is 100 miles an hour, like non-stop. Just drop back, calm it down, take the sting out of the game and see it out. But he's not interested in doing that. And when you're trying to win a European trophy, that's what you need to do. You need to be very tactically savvy, and you need to know when to go attacking, when to kind of just drop back a bit and see things out. And he doesn't do that. Look, on our day, Spurs could beat anyone. We've proven that on our day we can beat any team, but we can also lose to any team. So it's like they kind of cancel each other out. So yeah, look, the Europa League, look, it's our only thing left this season. Our whole season depends on it. I'll be honest, I want to see him resting players in the league games we have before AZ, and if we get past AZ, I want to see him rest players in the league game. So yeah, that's the trophy. You know, I want the trophy, and that's what we got to play for. So look, that's what the season depends on. If he doesn't win the Europa League, like, this is like the worst season I can remember. And I've seen some shit, I'll tell you that. So
that's fair.
Yeah, look, for me, to save the season, we have to win it. I don't believe we will, personally, but I'd love to be wrong. I think we have a chance. I'm not saying it's impossible. I just don't see Ange having the tactical astute.
You mentioned it very well. You said about the 2 legs. If it was one leg games or 1 leg ties, I should say, you go, yeah, we can do that because we could beat anyone on a one-off day, which is fair.
I'll tell you something, Flawless. I'm actually quite glad we avoided Sociedad. I didn't want Sociedad. And Sociedad, they haven't been good this season. They're mid-table this season. They haven't been good. However, Sociedad, they're a Spanish team. The Spanish teams are always fantastic in Europe. They're always so difficult. The Spanish teams always do well in Europe. And you guys are going to struggle against them, I think.
You would have struggled against anyone. There's people like, because some Warrior Jay asked me, I mentioned and said, you were on the worst side of the draw. But Manchester United, there was no good side of the draw.
Flawless, it's the same with us. I think we'll beat AZ, but we're going to struggle against them. We're not going to beat them comfortably. We're gonna probably, on aggregate, I think we'll beat them by 1 goal on aggregate. It's not going to be comfortable. Yeah, it's not going to be comfortable. I'll tell you that. Even against AZ, we're not. It's not going to be great, if I'm being honest.
Because I was watching the games yesterday, so I had my eyes on the Ajax USG game, the Sociedad game against Midtjylland as well, hoping that Midtjylland could do something. Because I wasn't really trying to see Sociedad, to be honest. But here we are. We knew AZ was going to go through because they beat Galatasaray 4-1.
That's mad, yeah. They smashed them. That's what I'm saying.
Bad, but Galatasaray ain't that good, so it wasn't even a surprise to me.
Well, Flawless. I didn't want Galatasaray. When I saw the potential, I was like, don't give me Galatasaray, because they should have beaten us about 10-2 with Osimhen.
You lot were awful in that game.
We
were terrible.
You know what's funny? I actually wanted to run it. I actually wanted to run it back, bro. I don't give a damn, bro.
Just wanted to get back.
You wanted revenge.
I wanted to run it back because I watched that game. Like, yeah, they slapped the shit out of us. Obviously, like with the B and C team, and I'm like, they slapped the shit out of us, but I wasn't impressed. It was one of them ones where, like, it's like when I watch Bayern Munich sometimes, but like Bayern Munich can go and dominate a team. I'm not impressed by their performances, and once they play like a better team, you see what happens. But whatever. But I'll take AZ though. Like,
yeah, I had some Frankfurt. Man thinks the best out of those two.
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt the best side. Okay,
easily.
Right, just asking. Sorry, go on.
Like, I still believe if Mamouche stays, that they necessarily win the win the Champions League. What? Sorry. I think they compete. They probably stay close to the Bundesliga like race, and they definitely would have gotten top 4. Now with Mamouche kind of gone, I still think they're competing for top 4 over there, but competing for the title now. So this is how good they've been.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
like,
Jez, Frankfurt will get. They'll be in the Champions League next season.
Yes, like I agree with that. Like, I think they can definitely like if Mamouche stays, they 100% guarantee get Champions League. I think they even compete for the title personally, but obviously now it's going to be a top 4 season and Europa League obviously with them.
I was gonna say, Flawless. I was gonna say AZ have Troy Parrott up front who came through our youth system. So
this is got Troy Parrott.
He's gonna be. I mean, the story's there.
The chip on the shoulder. I seen somebody tweet like something about like first leg just 0-0, and then the second leg at the Tottenham Stadium, 120th minute, Troy Parrott winner. Like
Troy Parrott, he's scoring. He's 100. Now you said that he is scoring.
The script's written.
Yes. All I'm saying is, if that guy scores the winner against us, somebody got to arrest me because somebody in Tottenham's gonna. I'm just saying, bro. Like, obviously, because the funny part is, I actually rated him when he was doing his bits. Like he was loaned out last season to like in the same league. Like, I can't say the name, but they were down the table. He was doing his thing, so I was kind of like. We only got like 10.
Oh, and he was at Excelsior.
Excelsior, there we go. That sounds like a magic spell, like Harry Potter.
That just sounds like a magic spell.
But you know what? He was doing his thing. I'll be honest, and which is funny about it. Like I tweeted a couple of weeks ago. The only thing good about Tottenham in recent times is literally players on loans. Like I feel like I enjoy myself watching our players on loan in recent times. Actually, so it would be just funny for him just to return and actually spoil our chances. But hey, I'm not saying I'm rooting for him, but I'm like, I'm not gonna hate you, but I'm also not gonna love you. One of them was.
Yeah, no, with the draw as well. Yeah, like AZ, I'm thinking we should get through, but I'll tell you, Sociedad, if we got them, I'll be really worried. I'll be really worried if we got them.
With those wingers, yeah.
Because I wasn't trying to see Sociedad. I wasn't trying to see AZ either. I wasn't trying to see either of these two teams. Big up to Barca Reacts as well. Big up to Sheik also, because Warrior J mentioned it on the Manchester United side of things where he said, Flawless, what's your thoughts on the United path to the final? It looks difficult. Any path would have been difficult. Unless you would have got the path that Lazio were on. And even that, eventually, you're in European competition. By the semi-final, the latest, you're going to run into somebody with some form of substance. Unless you're just extremely, extremely lucky where there's upsets on your side of the draw and the stronger teams on paper. The stronger teams on paper go out and then you manage to play teams who are not considered as strong. So, yeah, with Sociedad, are they great? No, I watched you was there in the watch-along, Warrior J. Yeah. Sociedad were not great. I was watching bits and pieces of their game.
Flawless. I've watched them a couple of times. They're not good this season. They're not in the context of the league. They're not good. But I think
they're 11th, isn't it? In the league?
Yeah, but in Europe against United or Spurs,
they're a problem.
Yeah, I think they probably would have the better, if I'm being honest. But yeah, in just overall this season, they haven't
because been that great. I look at them because I look at the table. Obviously, people saying they were 11, but I look with one win, they go up to like 6 again. So it's kind of like it changes.
Yeah, it does. They're close. Look at this dickhead as well. Daryl talking about L'Oreal knocking out United. We will be there. Oh, we'll be there when we beat them and Everton. Shout out Darren, Everton fan for those that don't know. This weekend and them Everton twice on your head top. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Sorry, go on, carry on.
I was just saying, where's the beef coming from? Like, Daryl, I'll say like,
Daryl been out here taking shots. This guy talking about Blue Brothers. I'm on loan to City, and he talking about like when Sociedad. Who did they play? Mitchell and someone bins one from like 25 yards out in the first leg, and he sent me the DM and was like,
that was Kubo.
There we go. Yeah. Kubo, he sent me the during my watch because was I doing a game? I might not be doing a game, but he DM'd me about it. I was like, yeah, this is your future, and so he's back in City. You know what I'm saying? Didn't like Sean Dyche. Now Everton. It's this weekend and Sociedad. Hey, wait, Daryl in it. We will be there. Oh, we will be there. Sorry,
we will be there.
It's like, we will be there. Like I said this already. Like obviously, this just to derail real quick because obviously it has nothing to do actually with both teams. But I said this already. Both teams go out. I'm gonna be the biggest Lazio hater out there because of Steve. Like it's one of them.
Yeah.
Like,
We don't need
Yo,
Lazio. We don't need we
I
don't
can't
need Steve
understand.
winning anything, man. If it's anything, we need a Roma win.
Steve,
Yeah,
will,
like, them
Steve will get the Bundesliga this season, that's for sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
like, that guy. I spoke about Baldo. Like, he is actually so negative about the Bundesliga race. But
Now they'll win it. They'll win it.
But yeah,
this
obviously it's a Man United's first show, and so but I have to just mention it because
hey, we always got room for slander here, especially when it's
Yeah, I was
Steve.
like,
You know what I'm saying? we always got room for slander, especially when it's the likes of Steve. So this is United's potential road to the final. So Sociedad in the round of 16, FCSB Leon round the next round, Roma, Bilbao, Fenerbahce, or Rangers. I don't like none of these people. This could have been Bodo Glint, Victoria P, FCSB, Rangers on this list, and I'm still not confident because of Manchester United. It's not so much Sociedad not playing at their best. Yes, they didn't do very well in their last time. Michelin gave them a game because I expected them to blitz through them. However, we're capable of losing to anyone. Similar to what the Spurs lot have said, I ain't confident going into this. And it was never draw dependent. If we was doing what we were supposed to do, then it would be draw dependent. Like De Niro said about what we should be doing. Yes, should Manchester United get past Sociedad at FCSB or Leon? Yes, I should be sat here and be confident in saying that. Am I saying that confidently? No. Someone says you're going out to Sociedad, I hear it. I understand my team and my manager are giving me nothing to back. Unless we just have an upturn in form before this tie, or we have a stellar performance away from home in Spain, and I don't know, we win the game or we draw or whatever, there has to be something. Yeah, I did say, because I said I didn't want no Spanish. Spain, none of the major countries. I did say that. I didn't want Spain, Italy, Germany, France, Portugal. I wanted to avoid all of those sides because you know that just if you're in one of those leagues and in European competition, chances are you have some form of talent.
Jose's on that side as well.
Yeah, Jose's Remy, yeah, he's on that side as well, which would be poetic if we got them. I ain't trying to see Roma. Let me just clarify that. I watched them yesterday and I was like, yeah, forget that. I was like, forget that. Yeah, I said, forget. I am not trying to see Roma.
I think Bilbao will be Roma. Look, they had a bad start. But they're much better now. But I think Bilbao will probably beat them. If I'm being honest.
Because they'll face each other in the quarterfinals, isn't it?
No, Bilbao. They're last 16. They're playing each other.
Oh, last 16.
Roma will be Bilbao. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good. Hey, you know what? Thank you, Charlie. That's cheered me up a little bit that one of those two's going out.
Because
that's what I say.
Because like shit, like it's actually so annoying because I actually look at the situation and say, obviously I had to leave work quick, but I was listening in.
It's cool.
And I'm like, when our team's actually healthy, because at the start of the season and when the draw happens, I genuinely looked at it and say, this is a competition that we can go and actually target. I genuinely believe it. And I still actually believe it. I still actually believe it as much as I sound deluded as hell about it. But it's just what this club, man, is, man. This is just what this club is like. There's always got to be something. Wherever the manager is doing this bullshit, wherever the players on some bullshit, or like probably want to go into actually is the football club actually on be on bullshit. And which the football club been on bullshit, but especially this season as well, like a lot. And there's something I actually have to talk about because.
Talk about.
Well, because obviously during the January window, you know me, I was going crazy about the director of football, the sporting director at the football club.
Oh, he's another fraud. He's not qualified.
Yes,
Levy Cartel, yeah.
Levy Cartel, yeah, 100%.
I was there sitting here, all windows saying, yeah, you know, that's the meme that I have there, like. That's a meme that I have on my Twitter. Where at least every single day where I go, it's like the LeBron D Wade dunk.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like SpongeBob and Patrick doing it, and then the caption says, hey, "Another day with no positive Tottenham transfer news." Like. That was me all window posting every single day.
Patrick with the LeBron.
Let me actually find the book.
The LeBron and D Wade.
Let me actually share. Because I was sitting there saying how badly, like, I think all three of us on the panel can agree. If Ange would have been sacked in January, nobody probably would have complained about it properly between us. But the fact that
he's ready, man. He's like, yo, get gun.
The fact that you as a football club sat there and say you saw what you saw in January, and you said, okay, we're gonna keep him around, and then you did the fuckery with not making sure you're getting players in. Because it's one thing saying that the manager's not doing well, but you want to believe in him, but then you don't buy him any players to trying to at least.
Jez, they did the same thing they always do. They waited till the last 2 days.
This is why it's so hard for me. Like, obviously, everybody knows my criticism for Ange. Everybody knows that I believe he should be sacked at least by the end of the season. Then we just start refresh. But I can't look at an institution that runs like that, and I can't ignore the fact that they did what they did in January in terms of how they're allowed to keep him, but not back him then if they wanted to keep him. No institution should be doing that, in my opinion. It shouldn't happen.
Nah, 100%.
Let me find it actually.
Yeah, find that. And I'm just, as you saying this, I'm seeing this. So Sociedad away is tough. Hey, what we need to happen? Somehow we managed to get past Sociedad, put together 2 games. FCSB knock out Leon because we played FCSB. We will beat them, and then Rangers make it through to the semi-final, man. That's what I'm hoping for, people. Highly unlikely that will happen, but I need that. Run me Rangers, because that's another team we faced. We'll beat Rangers over 2 legs. Then we get to the final. Whoever's in the final is in the final type of thing.
Flawless, I'll tell you something. If you, I think Sociedad will probably knock you out personally, but if you got past them, I actually think you'll get to the semis. I think you'll beat Leon or FCSB if you beat Sociedad. But I think the semis, that's what. But I think if you do knock out Sociedad, I think you'll get to a semi personally.
We'll get to the semi-final. It is, and then if you get Rangers like Roma, Bilbao, I ain't saying nothing. Fenerbahce. Did we play? No, we haven't played Fenerbahce. We played Galatasaray.
No, you played Fenerbahce, no?
You played. Yeah,
we did. They weren't great. Yeah, run me Fenerbahce. Hey, as long as it's not Roma or run me Fenerbahce or Rangers, I fancy our chances. Leon, I don't know because I don't know about League One like that, and I'm always skeptical of League One.
I wish Leon I wish Leon would have been on our side of the thing because I feel like they're just weird. Like sometimes they can show up and be good, but then one time they can lose to just random teams. Like
Leon might be getting relegated because of the finance. They're like 6th at the moment.
Yeah, they're 6th.
If they don't make up for the finances, they'll be relegated at the end of the season or something, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like Leon,
have a look at their team there with Leon. Yeah, huge club in France, 110%. I'm just looking here, Matic, Cherky.
Like they have players, but they're just weird. Like I don't know.
They got Lacazette up front.
Yeah, Lacazette. You know, I ain't trying to see Leon.
Hey,
FCSB, you must Rangers, Fenerbahce, do the business, man. If we can manage to somehow get past Sociedad and we face two of those 3 teams I mentioned, I fancy our chances of getting to the final. Then the final's the final. Again, people, it's a long shot, but
all right, there we go.
It's the Manchester United way. The Manchester United way. But I didn't realize this was the run. Thanks for putting this up here, Warrior J. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize Roma were facing Bilbao, actually. That one went under the radar. I didn't realize
it'll be a good game because I'll tell you something else. With the draw, it could have been Roma Lazio. We could have had a Rome derby.
I wanted the Rome derby. I wanted the Rome derby. I did. But they can actually make the final. So hopefully they make the final.
If we don't make the final, I want to see a Lazio Roma final. I want a Roma see that win the trophy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Steve's going to be on the watch along.
Yeah, Steve will be out there losing his mind.
I'll be honest, I'm a hater. Like, fuck him. Like, I remember the shit he was saying about Arsenal.
Yeah. Fuck Steve. You know what I'm saying? 100%. That's bro. But when it comes to this football thing, I wish him nothing but the worst. That's what it is. Hope all his teams go out.
Steve.
I hope Lazio. Make sure you subscribe to Strasbourg, Steve. But yeah, like in the sense, Lazio do badly, Newcastle do badly. Who else? Rangers are his team. Hopefully they do badly.
And Benfica got to play Barca again.
Yeah. We need Benfica out. We need Benfica out. We need Leverkusen to get past Munich.
I hope they cheat him like the first time.
Yeah, facts. 100%. Let's see.
This is the mean. So...
That's
man.
I sat there all window doing posting that picture like nearly every single day. Like, but I'm telling you, January, but it's just another Tottenham window in January. But
it's what we do. This is why we need a change of ownership because they don't operate in a way that gives us the best chance of having success. It's as simple as that.
And for me, like that's why. Obviously, we seen Tottenham protests because obviously. I think it was at the United game that the protest happened, right?
Yeah, no, I was there. I said before you came on.
Obviously, big up to everybody who actually pulled up because obviously it was one of them ones where I felt like Obviously, I wasn't there, but I felt like it's just needed. It's something that just needed to happen, and just to see that we've seen Tottenham protests before, where like 10, 15 people show up before, and people don't really take it serious. But I feel like a lot of people now maybe starting to realize what type of situation we find ourselves in, because you're going through literally all sorts of managers. You're going through the unknown manager in Ange, you're going through the top elite managers in Jose and Conte. You're going through somebody who was maybe underrated with Nuno with Wolves prior, even though it wasn't probably even our 10th choice. But I think fans realizing what's going on at the football club, and this is something me and Daniel, we've been very vocal for like these last few streams talking about when it comes to Tottenham. And one thing I have to make like clear is that very happy what happened against the Man United game, but we have to just continue, man. Like I talk about it with the Chelsea lot all the time. It's one thing protesting just one time and then never doing it again.
It has to be consistent, yeah.
It has to be consistent. Like even if we somehow turn our form around with Ange, it should still continue on. There needs to be general pressure in terms of people who are operating. Like I talk about that. I think Daniel, the fact that he's the highest paid chairman in the league, and we literally sitting like 12th in the league, and we have literally
crazy.
It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen, but it's not talked about enough in the media. Talking about how bad of a job he's actually done. Like I think
Jez, I'll tell you something. Right, the media for years, Levy had them in his pocket. They would never say a bad word about him because he's paying them basically. But now, actually, they are starting to talk about it. They're starting to acknowledge the subject of the ownership being an issue. They're starting to acknowledge Levy as being an awful chairman when it comes to football. And that wasn't there before. And that's what I'm saying. The pressure's there at the moment. But what we need to do is we need to keep it like that. We need to increase it and keep the pressure up, because that's how you force change. Whether it works or not, we don't know if it's going to work. But that's what I'm saying. Take action, because if you take action, there's more of a chance of something happening than just doing nothing, if that makes sense.
No, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Yeah, you lot continue to run up the likes. Everyone locked in, man. Continue to run up the likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Charlie's channel. The link's in the title. No Filter FC. Click the link in the title and it opens up a new tab, and subscribe. And yeah, to Warrior J, like I said, this back to the United thing just quickly. Yeah, there was no easy path to the final or favorable, like in regards to difficult, because we're our own problem. We can lose to anybody, legit. However, when I look at that, if we do get past Sociedad, FCSB beat Lyon, and then it's Fenerbahce or Rangers in the semi-final, I fancy our chances in the final. The likelihood of that happening is low, because I don't see FCSB necessarily knocking out a Lyon and then Fenerbahce or Rangers then knocking out a Bilbao or Roma, because it seems from what I've heard that Bilbao or Roma will be most people's favourites or two of the better sides in the competition. But I can hope, because if we can somehow make a final having to be in the best side we've beat, it's Sociedad, I'm with it. If it's a quarterfinal versus FCSB, semi-final versus Rangers, run me that expeditiously. That's what I mean. Run me that expeditiously. I need that. I deserve it.
Is Olympiacos on United side?
No, they're on the other side.
That's on our side, yeah. But I actually think with both sides, they're actually, because you look at the Champions League, the left side is the really hard side. But I actually think the Europa League, it's quite even. I think there's not really like a harder. They're actually quite similar, I would say. In terms
Pretty much, I agree.
Lazio got that friggin' because they play Victoria P and then play the winner of Bodo Glimt Olympiacos.
Yeah, that's like they got that. But also probably look at them because Lazio's just maybe been just dead good, and I feel like hasn't been another side.
Well, they finished top. They finished top of the.
I think they didn't lose again, right? Or maybe just one.
Yeah, they finished top.
I think what's crazy. I think we're the only undefeated side in Europe.
You are,
man.
Chelsea.
Conference League don't count.
Actually, no. For the agenda purposes, 100%. Like you see them, Chelsea don't lose, bro. Like he names those Conference League streams UCL. UCL, like, bro, have some shame and put that immediately into that fucking title, bro. Like, have some shame. Like
isn't it Europa Conference League? So it's UECL, isn't it?
I think it's actually the UEFA Conference League. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Europa. I think because they changed it.
No, don't let lose people fool it. It's the UEFA Europa Conference League. That's what it is.
Fucking joke, man. That's what you shout out to Lewis though. That's another one. I so wanted them to get betters. I needed Anthony Dagger.
Anthony cooking them. We will.
But he didn't. They got Copenhagen.
Bro, we will be there with the Copenhagen guys, bro. Like I don't have a Scooby Doo who plays for them, but we will be there.
We will definitely be there. What is to everyone in the chat? Is the Conference League the exact same like kickoff times as the Europa League? Let me know.
I think so, yeah, because
it's on Thursdays.
It's on Thursdays.
Because sometimes they have an early kicks though. They'll be like 3:45 or 5:30, etc. I just want to be there to see. I just want to be there to see Chelsea.
Because we don't care about. Because I don't even know why we're talking about the Conference League niggas, bro. Like my bad. I try to be cultured. I don't know why we care about these Conference League motherfuckers anyway. Like like the Conference League is so bad they had to steal our whole flow with the anthem. Like
yeah, that's it.
Like shit, I'm still fuming that we didn't actually go and win that, but that's for another day.
He didn't give him that. That's crazy.
But it's like the thing is, I saw the bracket. Chelsea, because I've been saying this about the Conference League. Like all these Chelsea fans think it's in the bag. I'm like, yeah, I think they'll probably win it, but it's not in the bag. You've got Fiorentina. You've got Fiorentina there under Palladino. You've got Betis. You've got Vittoria. I don't think it's in the bag, but I think Chelsea will definitely get to the final because all of those teams I just mentioned are on the other side of the bracket.
The side they're on is horrendous.
This is what kills me about Chelsea fans because I think Chelsea fans actually worried now about these Conference League fans because they don't have a striker. Whoops, bro, boo-hoo, bro. Like you have one injury in the striker position.
I thought the Conference League was in the bag. I thought it was guaranteed.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I don't get. They're acting like the whole team got assassinated, and that's why they can't make top 4. They can't win the Conference League. I'm like, yo, your team is actually still very good. Tell your manager to go and fix up with them. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is crazy. Like, the switch up I have seen within the last 2 weeks is actually crazy. I'm sorry.
It's mad. But they should win it. But big up to Daryl as well. And yeah, Daryl, that's what we are. Ponzi Scheme FC, man. The Ponzi Scheme FC. De Niro, we'll go back to you, though. Facing Ipswich. Stupid question, but I can't say confident going into the game, but your thoughts going into the game against Ipswich. Further thoughts. I know you've just brief ones on it.
No, man's got just 2 things I need to just touch on still. So I just wanted to touch on the United thing quickly. Then I'll just touch on that. You see with the United, just to say, this is how you know United are in the mud, bro. Yeah. With United, yeah, you lot were a team. Let's say from obviously, let's just say Fergie era, because obviously I can't do the whole specifics because there was even times before me. But let's just say this was a team that, bro, you get me, bro. This was you were winning stuff. You were doing so many big things, and now it's so deep to the point where you can't even say if you're gonna go and beat these teams these teams before you would have even said we'll walk over them. Now what makes it even worse is that the team that you even have now is so bad that you can't even say, oh yeah, like for like we could slap these teams, because the reality of the situation is that like for like, bro, some of these teams, in my opinion, but they got better players than you, bro. Right. I'll be honest. So that's just in my opinion, because Garnacho, bro, brother, it's ridiculous though. The levels is in the mud, bro. It's in the mud still. It's crazy how you had guys like Nani, and now we have to talk about guys like Garnacho, bro. You had guys like CR7, bro. And man are talking, you only just got rid of him now, but bro, you were dealing with guys like Anthony, bro. You paid how much M's for Anthony is ridiculous. And he's not even there and he's still holding strays, bro. This is the reality of the situation of how muddy the club is. I'm one of these guys that I kind of rate Rashford in a way, innit? Kind of. You get me? But even then, like, brother, these type of players, bro, they shouldn't really be the main topic of your club, bro. And it's crazy to me how, like I say, bro, we're talking about United's road to the final, and bro, we should be saying United should win this whole tournament, bro. If we're being honest, from what we're looking at here, Spurs is like if we can get an easy route, but United is like, you should be able to look at this and be like, you know what, it won't be easy, but we should win this. You understand? And even if you take it back a bit further back to a couple seasons ago with Pogba and them, you would have still probably had a bit more hope of winning this.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest. You'll definitely have a bit more hope, but it just shows each year the team just goes muddier and muddier and muddier. But it's like you would think that we basically what your directors or whatever have tried to get you to think is that it's getting better and better and better, which is absolutely not. It's getting worse and worse and worse. But the only way that it could be saved is obviously, like I say, when you get into that market in the summer, Amarim will see what type of players he picks out, what type of decisions get made, and how he stands up for himself with these directors and who he's working underneath. So yeah, in this just that regard, I just wanted to say that because I think
That's fine.
it's very quick how football changes, bro. This is what I say to people. It's very quick how football changes, and I think for the real United fans, because I'm gonna put real, the real United fans, I think it's painful to see. I'm sure because at the end of the day, like I say, you want to go into these games and be like, you know what, we should win this, but you can't even guarantee yourself that you're gonna win that, and it's crazy to me because I look at United as a big one of the biggest teams even in Europe wise, in my opinion, just from my age. Because I remember back in the day when I was younger and I used to watch you lot and I used to just be like, yeah, there's no point in even watching Tottenham versus United, bro. You understand? There's no point. But now it's like, bro, when this the first game I watched was against you, man, and we won. You get it, bro. So this is the issue. But yeah, I just wanted to point out that. But then, yeah, with the Spurs thing, bro. With Spurs Ipswich is that correct? Yeah.
Before you carry on, De Niro,
Yeah,
just
go
one
on.
second. Charlie, I know you got a dip. Let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up over the weekend, next week, etc., etc.
Yeah, no, look, big up for having me on Flawless. Yeah, look, I can talk for a couple of minutes. Yeah, with the like with Ipswich and stuff. I said I think we're gonna draw. If I'm being honest, they beat us at our ground. They were the first. That was their first win of the season. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean away from home as well. Like, I mean on our day, I said this, we can turn up and we could win this game 4-0. Like it could happen, but I don't see that happening at the moment. I think. Yeah, look, it could go either way. Honestly, it's one of those where any of the results wouldn't shock me like one bit, and I think I'll just sit on the fence and go with the draw in that game. But yeah, look, Flawless, big up for having me on. Great show as always, great panel. Big up the chat as well. Yeah, make sure you're subscribing to Flawless, my channel as well. So yeah,
No Filter FC links in the chat, people. Links in the chat, and let me get your scoreline prediction as well, Charlie, because midweek next week you face Manchester City as well.
City
at your place.
Yeah, see, that's a weird one because for some reason we often do well against City, and they're not great. They've had the drop off this season. We beat them 4-0 away. I mean that again, that could be anything. That could literally be anything. This time out against City, I think we'll concede. Like they got Marmoush coming in now, who's looking really good. I think we'll probably draw. I think we'll probably draw 2-2 or something personally.
Okay,
so yeah, that's how I see that. Yeah, again, it's another one. I have no idea what to expect to be honest from those games. So there you go.
Charlie, blessings. You lot, make sure you subscribe to No Filter FC. Links in the title. Charlie, bless for joining, man.
Big up, Flawless. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Every single time. Of course, man. You already know. Big up, man.
Yeah,
blessings,
big up, guys.
Blessings. Go on, De Niro. Carry on, my guy. Blessings, Charlie.
Yeah, so it's Ipswich. Yeah, with this Ipswich game now, the issue is that I have with playing against Ipswich is that I don't know if we how to even go, because it seems that when we play against these type of teams that are kind of like unorthodox, bro, you don't know what they're gonna try to do against you, whether it's part of the bus or just come at you. Bro, Spurs struggle with that, bro. That's why we drop points to these type of teams. They hit us with surprises that the manager hasn't prepared for, the team isn't prepared for, and that's why we drop points to these type of teams that we should be getting W's against, bro. We let these type of teams control the game against us when we should be controlling the game against them, which goes back to what I say about the manager who has no control over games. I've never ever seen a game since he's ever been in charge. You know, I've never seen a game where he's actually been like the team has been in control. And when
I
I
get it.
say that, it's like even games we've won, bro, we were not in control. We were just attacking well. You understand? It's not that we had
a couple of games, but not throughout the full 90. I would say there were a couple of games you can probably throw in, but it's a handful though. Like it's not a lot, but probably like maybe where you say like up to like 60, sometimes 45, sometimes 60. This is
But
what
do
I
you
would
know
say.
what it is? Do you know what? This is the thing for me that I look at control as, bro.
Yeah,
Control, I understand what you're saying, but my control is like cool. When if we're say for example we're 1-0 up here, like
yeah,
we've started off well, 1-0 up here. Like even just that settling thing of like, okay, let's play out from the back and just take this thing, like what you mentioned earlier. Bro, I can't lie, bro. I've never seen us do that. Because even when we're winning like 3-0 or 4-0, there's still a way like the other team, the teams we play against, there's a way like they still have opportunities, they just don't
all right.
take
No,
them.
I agree with that.
Which
Like,
which is my control. But I know what control other people say. It's like we've had times in games where we've had the most possession, we've played the better football. I understand that. But
I don't even think that, to be honest. When I mean mine,
mm,
like when I'm talking about mine, me personally, I'm talking about how there's an instance how teams wouldn't be able, like, yes, they get probably couple opportunities with a ball over
mm,
the top here and there, but most of the time we do notify them and we keep them the ball away. We keep them the ball quite well, and just from back to front, we keep the ball well. Probably what the issue is in the same game, what will happen? There will be periods where, like, for a good 25 to 30 minutes, all of a sudden, all that control left the football team. Like for me, I'm somebody who wants to see like a complete performance throughout the whole 90 minutes. This is kind of, and this is where I feel like this is what we lack. Like we definitely had games, in my opinion, where we do control games, but it's just the lack of having a constant level of control throughout the whole 90 minutes. That is what probably I would
yeah.
say. But I know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
though.
that's what
Like,
I
I don't
see. Yeah,
necessarily disagree with what you're saying. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
I
Nah,
think
I know
there's
what you're
been a couple
saying.
of aspects.
You're basically saying there's obviously in the game we have, but it's just not the
The
full
full
90
90, yeah.
minutes. Yeah, that's
I look at Liverpool, for example, like before they're having this little clip that people say,
mm,
you can see like a team is just not getting to them. Like even Arsenal, for example, when Arsenal go
I was
through
gonna
their,
use also.
I hate using them as example, but I'm using them as example because I feel like like City at this moment in time is a shit example to use. But even them, like they maybe don't win the games by like a big margin. But once the first goal goes in, it doesn't feel like
Bro,
they're gonna lose the game no more.
this
And I
is
feel like
it, bro.
this is what
Control,
we lack.
bro. That's the control thing. That it's
Is
even
that you
great you
talking
use
about? Yeah, and I
Arsenal.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
because
I agree with
I
that.
was gonna use them as well. I was gonna use Arsenal because I was gonna say there's been so many times when obviously because I think last season, the season before as well, and obviously the season before as well. I watch Arsenal regularly because I just needed to see them lose, bro. You
Yeah,
understand? So
yeah,
I would
Respect.
see games where, bro, they would just control their game from the start to the finish, bro. The other team
yes,
don't even get a sniff, bro. And it's because of the way, obviously, sometimes Arteta, there's a way he sets them out to play. Once they get that first goal in, I feel like it's like if we smell blood, let's get 1, 2, or 3. If they get maybe like a one sniff, all right, cool. We know. Let's just take this thing out the game and just control the rest of the game, even if
Yeah.
it's just playing it out the
Good
back.
game
You get
management.
me? Good game management. That's it.
yeah.
Ange doesn't. I personally, Ange has never, for me, in any game, I don't care what game it is, no game have I seen like a full 90 where man seen that, yeah, bro, like like, bro, when we played, like, for example, I'll give you an example. When we were playing against United, brother, we were 3-0 up, bro. I should comfortably be able to sit there and just be like, you know what, this game is over. But
Yeah, yeah.
I knew, bro. I just knew, bro, this game is not over, bro.
But
3
then,
0 is not enough. Bro, Spurs need to be winning 6-0 for me to say,
but then,
yo,
do you believe though in that 3-0 United game? Because I thought, me personally, I thought the game was over. But don't you feel like in that moment that players at that moment in time putting themselves in situations where they gave United the game basically back? To be honest, like I do
but
think
that's
that
the
I do believe players in this situation have to take some sort of level of
No,
responsibility.
definitely. But like I say,
also like obviously I know what you're talking about in that game. Like you could have maybe have a situation where like, okay, you know what, it's 3-0. Let's actually settle down a little bit, go maybe into like a mid block and let United have the ball, because we all know United attacking wise has been awful this season. So you go into a mid block and try and counter attack for the rest of the game, which was like the 60th minute around that time. So yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I do think it also partly plays with the part that I remember that game and some of the errors that we forcefully put in. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. It felt like the players felt too comfortable, and then they just gave one error away, and it gave United that momentum back. So
but the players do that.
even though I agree with you, like 100%, I agree with you. Ange necessarily doesn't look to control a game once he goes maybe like a goal up or two. He doesn't do like what he would like to do is like, yes, we keep him the ball. Like I'm not some sort of guy who thinks that if you have 60-70% possession, for me that isn't controlling a football match. For me, a football match that's control is a match that where regardless what happens on the pitch, wherever the opposition has the ball or you have the ball, it's like you are the dictator of the pitch, and the other team is literally following every single step. Like that's why I use Arsenal for example, because I think they're really good at making other teams play to their game. They have to adjust to their game. Well, we struggle to make teams play to our game.
But that's
But
because that's the thing, bro. That's why I even just want to touch on with what you just
of
said. Yeah,
course,
just to touch on or reply to what you said. Yeah, is the problem is our game. There is in context. Yeah, we have little patterns that obviously Ange does, but our game is too easy to come and play against. And when I say it's too easy, it's because we don't change. So man, teams are going into training because people forget. Yeah, and I know you know this as well because you're a proper like educated person in when you look at the game and you watch different teams. One thing I think a lot of people forget, and I know you will definitely agree with this, is that football teams train. You
yes,
understand? They analyze other teams. So where Ange now, you keep doing the same thing every week, bro. Yeah. And you're going against every team the same. Teams are prepared for this. They know what's going on. Which is
yes.
why when we play against like teams like a Brighton or
Oh,
those
let's
type of teams, they're ready to just continue to they make us play the way they want to play, not how
yes,
we would want to play, because they
yeah.
already know how we're coming. So yeah, bro,
And
it's
this,
players as well, definitely from mistakes, but it goes hand in hand together because if the players can't do what the manager's saying, and then obviously the manager, what he's saying, it's not really working, and you're trying to basically say, you know what, because it's work. The thing is, let me not even say this, it works, but then you gotta have not a plan B, but a way that you can just say, you know what, we've done what we needed to do.
yeah,
Based
and then
on that, now we
let the
can
game
just
coast.
sit back a bit. You let the game just you get.
Coast the game and like make
Yeah,
sure
that's
you
it.
close the game out. Like this is where I do agree. This is where where I slightly disagreed. Where I felt we do sometimes do that, but what we do then is we can be tuned up, but we try to continue playing the same way. And one thing I was heavily criticizing last season going into the preseason saying is that we can't be keeping up the same level of intensity from start of the season till the end of the season. I think there is a graph that I saw in January where, in terms of teams' intensity and how they play, and obviously on the right side is literally Tottenham all by themselves. So we play on and off the ball. We play on an extreme high level of intensity, and this is what a big criticism that I have is that he wants to remain that level of intensity when in reality you know that you don't necessarily trust your depth to begin with, so rotating is not a thing. Then you have a situation where players get tired. Like we all play some sort of level of sport. You can't be, for example, I'm not necessarily, obviously I speak a lot about football. I watch a lot of football. I try to educate myself in football, but I play basketball, not high level, but high level, I would say. And trying to play basketball on a high intense level, it's gonna train the fuck out of you. And I feel like this is a big issue sometimes that I have with the manager is that you're asking these guys to do too much. So when guys getting tired, and teams find the moments, okay, this is the time to attack Spurs, we become more error prone because these guys put so much energy just getting this 2 goals in. But yeah, but it's not necessarily that I don't disagree with you. It's more so maybe in aspects where I do see it, but it's how he then continues within the same game, which is my issue.
No, I hear it still. I think it's one of them ones where I think it's probably my persona of what I think it's the personas of what we look at as controlling the game, I'd say still. Because
Yeah.
there's so many ways that some men control the game. For example, like we said with Arsenal, bro, it's like once they get that first goal, you know that game is probably 99.9% over. And even if they concede a equalizer, you know they can still go out and score
I get
another goal
fully
and
what
win
you're
the
saying.
game. Yeah. So yeah, it's I think it's definitely like I'm saying, because I what you say is correct, as in like when it comes to that controlling like the game, there's probably been games where we've controlled the game, but it's just not been long periods of holding the game out. And then obviously we'll have like periods where I think it's just that, bro, if we're 3-0 up, bro, there's no way that this game should not be seen out. It should just be easy. Even sometimes even 2-0, bro. I
So
feel
yeah,
like there's games we should even
we've been terrible when it comes to like when we find ourselves in 2-0. Like I know Joseph said the whole comment how 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football, but really and truly, when you go up against a team like Leicester,
bro.
you shouldn't. Like obviously, it didn't happen this season, but I'm saying like a team like Leicester, where you find yourself 2-0. I'm like, what's this team in the Europa League called that we went up 2-0 and then we gave them like late in the game a goal, and these are the things that annoy me. We weren't comfortable 100% in that game, but you could see that we was more of the dominant side. We get in the second goal, I think we can't because they wasn't offering anything. But then you allow that team to kind of get something all of the sudden. And I think this is one of the things, these are, like you just talked about, these are the things that is letting down himself, it's letting down the team, and also reason why we give him so much criticism this season for people that maybe don't watch Spurs a lot, maybe, or understanding what our frustration is. Because I feel like there's a lot of narratives that get put out there where people just run because it sounds nice. Oh, one sec, that's a delivery. One sec.
Oh, good, man. No stress. Do your thing. Do your thing. You lot continue to run up the likes before we do indeed close out. We'll be live on the playback in about 10-15 minutes for that Leicester City Brentford game, people. That's why we pushed this show forward and pushed the Chelsea show to tomorrow. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, check out the schedule here on the YouTube. Let you know all the shows that are coming up over the weekend, and check out the schedule on the Sarcasm City TV playback as well, people. Go playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. Download the app for free. Create an account, absolutely free, all of that good stuff. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the exact same on the playback, people. Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup games over there as well. Boxing, we will be doing the Better BF Bivol 2. That watch-along will be on there. UFC watch-alongs, cricket watch-alongs, Formula 1, gaming content all over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, people. You already know what it is. I'm going to get predictions from these man them when they come back as well. Yo, De Niro, you there? I know Jez just going.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man. Scoreline prediction for that Ipswich game.
Let me be positive.
Yeah,
Positive. Yeah, 2-1 Spurs. Positivity. Yay.
Positivity. There we go. And then you face Manchester City next week, Wednesday.
4-1 City, man.
I said 4-1 City. What? Even with your great record?
4-1 City, man.
You don't think it continues?
Nah, man. That Marmish guy is gonna cook the rasses out of these brothers, bro. You trust me, bro. City, we're done, man. Trust me, 4-1, bro.
Damn. What you saying, Jess? Scoreline prediction for the Ipswich game?
Weird because I always predict a loss versus City, and then we somehow pull up a result. Like, bear in mind, I know we have good record with City, but I always predict a loss because I'm just more of a logical person. But I actually don't know, man. I'll be honest. It's one of them ones where, like, when City is so shit all of a sudden, this is when they're actually going to beat us. So, you know what? I say probably 2-1 City. I actually, by the way, I also have to shout out. I think actually, I don't know how people maybe feel about it. I didn't ask Charlie obviously early, But early impression from Kevin Dancer, I'm impressed actually. I actually liked him at Lens. So when we signed him, when we tried to hijack him, I was actually quite happy that we actually signed him. And man, I'll be honest, we need. I actually need to ask M. De Niro as well. Bro, me personally, I think Spurs need to buy 2 centre backs in the summer again because I'm worried about Van de Ven personally. Like, I know he's a good player, but these injuries, I just can't rate a player highly enough to have him starting week in, week out when the guy can't sort himself out with the injuries. I know apparently there's some reports talking about how they're trying to sort it out. They're trying to figure out what is going on behind the scenes with his injuries because he had injuries before joining Tottenham. So it's not a Tottenham issue. But they're trying to figure out outside just the fact that we're playing at the super high intense thing. But I'll be honest, I don't know how you feel about them to know, but me in the summer, if the club is serious, you go and get 2 centre backs, considering as well that Romero gets out. Romero is also somebody who gets constantly injured as well. He missed a lot. He misses a lot of games too during this whole period at Tottenham as well. But I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, I can't lie, I agree with that still. 2 centre backs because Dragosin ain't cutting that, bro. This guy needs to cut, man.
That's another thing as well.
This guy is the deadest centre back, bro. Man's seen, bro. This guy needs to cut with rapid effect, bro. Man's had enough, bro.
I think if he goes to a team like Everton, I think he can actually do decent.
Bro, he needs to go to League Two, man. Tell him to go somewhere else, man.
Yeah.
He's whack, bro. I don't give a toss about that guy. He's the worst. But we got scammed. You see, Nigeria, they say 419, bro. We got 419, fam.
Well,
bro,
he's Nigerian.
Bro, we got scammed, broski. 419, bro. Fraud.
We got scammed from Victor, bro. Victor and his family.
Bro, I can't believe it, bro. We got done again, bro. This is, bro, now get rid of him. Anyways, because I don't want to take up more time, bro. He's dead. But yeah, we need 2 more centre backs, bro. And yeah, bro, I can't lie. The Van der Ven thing, you've hit on the nail on the head. I think the injury thing that I've realized is that even with me as well, because I'm quite fast myself, innit? So one thing I've noticed about a lot of us players, bro, we always get like, because of the speed. I think his one is even worse because he's tall and the speed he is for his height is not meant to really happen. I feel like that plays a part in it because even Tariq Lamptey, I don't know if you keep track of like Brighton as well. He gets a lot of injuries as well. And a lot of these type of players who are quite like overly fast and their game kind of relies on how fast they are. Because if we're being honest, Van der Ven's game is what kind of makes his game so good is just how fast he is. It's not necessarily his ability of like, oh yeah, 1v1s and because he got absolutely ripped by Isaac, bro. You get me? But it's more that that speed that really boosts his game up. So one thing I've realized is that a lot of injuries for these type of guys, you can't be dependent on these type of players. You need like a centre back who's reliable. Because even United have the same issue, bro. I personally think Lissandro Martinez is a good centre back, bro. But this injury thing, bro, is rubbing him out as well. And some of them are unfortunate. You understand? Like the one I think was there against West Ham when the guy went into his knee and then got on the side of the pitch. But at the same time, you can see the injuries are affecting him. So now when he's coming back, it's not even great he's just performing poorly. But at the beginning, he was actually very good. So like I say, yeah, it's unfortunate. So we just need more centre backs, and I feel like the more centre backs we get that are better, the more it will put pressure on him to even want to be fit. Because a lot of the times when players get injured as well, we just think, yeah, bro. Some of these players off the pitch are doing nonsense, bro. Or things that they shouldn't be doing, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, bro. They're doing nonsense.
He knows as well. He comes into the lineup. He knows as well that he comes
That's
straight
it.
into the lineup.
That's it, bro. This is it. So when we have more centre backs that can put a bit more pressure, you will start noticing. I promise you will notice. Oh, this guy's fit. Why is this guy always fit now? Same with Romero, bro. This guy, like, I actually believe Romero. Some of the times he was even injured over his Tottenham tenure, was that he just didn't want to play, bro. Like I remember he went to Argentina, but I'm pretty sure he was injured before.
He was injured.
Bro.
He played one game and then he came back. And I was like, why did you play him that one game?
Bro, he was fully fit for Argentina for majority of the tournament. No injuries, bro. So it's interesting how when you want to play for, because he knows in Argentina there's competition for those centre back places. So it's interesting how players now all of a sudden you find yourself more fit when there's competition. But when there's no competition, it's I can't play this game and da. Like, this is it, bro. So yeah, man, like, I think definitely more competition the better, bro. So that players can't just say, yeah, I'm just coming into the team. You gotta earn your place. Look at now Adogi, bro. It's
Yeah, you got
like
hella complacent.
you got competition now, bro. You get me,
Yeah,
bro?
bro,
Because
like,
Spence,
I said already, like, obviously, Spence. See, that's the funny part about, like, Spence can easily currently replace probably Pro and Spence,
bro.
but
Yeah, bro.
Adobe, sorry, but as of right now, Adobe, you're not coming back into the 11 until you kind of show what you were made of. Richard was talking about all summer. We needed to buy a left back because he came off surgery, didn't have a preseason. But you don't want a situation where these, because Adobe is a young guy, so it's easy to get complacent as a young player. So, and especially when the whole fan base is gassing you as well. But there's one more thing that I need to talk about before, obviously, because I know that you're doing a watch long soon.
Yeah, go on, fam. Go on, go.
Number 7 on the left, man. Boy, oh boy. You know my opinion, me personally, how I personally feel about him. Like, I appreciate. Big up Dunsey, man. Big up.
I'm hating, yo. There's no European trophy having ass, but big up Dunsey. Go on.
Big up, you pagan.
Sit that one out, man. Send that one out. But, well, I appreciate for the, like, see, me personally, I don't like how some of the people speak about Son, because I do appreciate what he has done for the football club, even if it's just, again, when the club is not winning trophies, I appreciate these moments. And I appreciate also showing some loyalty, unlike another guy who was doing interviews to leave the football club. That's another day. But, boy, like I said it last time, on a playback watching. I can't really say my opinion on Twitter unless it's on group chats and shit, because whole of South Korea want to kill me if I want to speak on Son. Because I'll be honest, me personally, if it was up to me, I know we triggered that 1-year extension, but if it was up to me, after the season, I'm having this conversation where I'm going to Son. Obviously, the people at our football club are incompetent, but if I was working at the football club, I'm going to him and having the long conversation about him. How, let's be honest, MDNAO and probably the chat will agree. You floors will agree as well. It's more likely that Spurs will not have a successful season next season. It's very likely. And how we currently still have to build a team. So for me, it's like I would have that conversation with him, saying how we appreciate what you have done for the football club. We appreciate you wanting to stay at the football club and even extending your contract at one point when you could have left on a free. But I feel like it's time for you to just leave this football club. We give you a situation where a team who maybe is competing for something bigger, maybe, like, because I do think Son can go to teams where maybe he comes off the bench, maybe he starts for them, maybe in Serie A. I mean, shit, you see McTominay doing well in the Serie A. So you just tell me that Son can't do. So, yeah, like, I feel like I'm in the opinion that we should let him go. Not because I think he's that. I appreciate what he has done, but in my eyes, it doesn't even benefit him at this point no more. Like, he came out in the interview saying how he's hating the fact how the fans criticizing his performances in a very, like, abnormal. Like, you know, there's one thing of criticizing and then guys going over the top, and he's talking about the guys who are going over the top. So I don't want a situation where it gets too toxic to the point where man are saying all these things here, like he wasn't part of some of the better Tottenham teams that we have seen. But there's other guys who've been doing interviews with Gary Neville and nobody wants to speak about it. So for me,
don't want to talk about that. That's true.
Yeah, people don't want to talk about it, but that's for another day. But for me, I'm having the conversation of, Son, appreciate what you have done. We're shaking hands. We're giving you a situation where you can actually go and compete for something. And we just going to be in the mud trying to rebuild or trying to figure out what we want to do as a football club. I just have to just let that just say that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Big up Dunsey in the chat. He says, you might know if we ever win the European trophy, I'm going to be unbearable. Yeah, man, Dunsey, you might got the Champions League in the bag this year. You know what I'm saying? Brush past PSV, brush past Real Madrid, and then, you know, I'm saying semi-final of the final.
PSG or Liverpool.
Yeah, man, brush past Liverpool. And in the final, whoever we get Barcelona in the final, man. We will be there, man. We will be there, man.
What's it called? What's the name? Moreno in the number 9.
Marino wouldn't have died, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You've
he
already
could be
seen
the
it, man.
hustle. He could be the hustle for them this season.
Facts. Arsenal winning the champs, man. Heard it here first from Dun C, people. But big on my Dun C. What are you saying, Jez? So, yeah, scoreline prediction for the Ipswich game. Obviously, you play them first.
Oh, don't have to Scooby Doo actually. That one is.
And then what about C?
I think City. I said, City 2-1. But Ipswich.
Oh yeah, Dun C. I know you like winning it. I'm just running jokes. I know you like winning
it. I just say 1-1, man. I just says 1-1, man.
Yeah.
Like I hope we win when we have to win personally. We have to.
De Niro, what are you saying?
What is this? Which one is this?
Oh no, I already asked you about this. Yeah, my
bro.
bad. Yeah, you already said my apologies.
Yeah,
my apologies.
4-1,
I already asked you about Ipswich and the City game. Anything you want to add, De Niro? That's what I meant to say. Anything you want to add? Anything we might have missed out that we not spoke on in regards to Spurs before we close up?
I leave you out, man. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Get this guy out, bro. ASAP rapid. I keep saying it, rapid effect. That's my little quote, bro. Rapid effect, bro. Get him out. Get Ange out. You get me? It's been good, brother. You get me? You did what you could get out of it. And yeah, bro, and get rid of Jaggerson, bro. You get me, bro? That brother only knows he should. In fact, you know where he belongs, bro. Forget football, bro. Go WWE and join what's that family, bro? That they may not be on there anymore, but the Wyatt family. That's it, bro. Go join them and there. You get me, bro? This is where you belong. You're not a footballer, bro. I can't lie. You're dead. Like, bro, I can't like, man would Gara tell this guy to his face, you're the wackest footballer I've ever seen at this club, bro.
Right,
and I've seen bad guys, bro. I've seen goalkeepers like Paul Robinson, bro. I've seen guys like that, bro. Bro, and you are among that Hall of Fame, bro, right now, bro. I tell you. Bro.
The quiz merchant, bro. Like, shut up, man.
Bro, can you, bro, listen. Get him out, man.
This world is crazy.
Bro. Get him. Listen, Dragerson, yeah, get him out of it, man. But yeah, those are the three, bro. I need them out of my club. Rapid effect, and obviously shout like, bro, deep it. Like Ben Davis is a better centre back than you. That's how dead you are, bro. You get. Literally.
Well, that's the funny part about that. I hate to say these. I was in the period that Romero was playing. Ben Davis had been better, in my opinion, than
Romero. Ben Davis. He's not even. You see, Ben Davis, bro. I've never ever thought he was that bad, in it. But it's just that he's not. He's been here for so long. He should. Yeah, bro. He shouldn't even be here. But like, I'll rather keep him, bro, than keep that flipping that Wyatt family bandit, bro. I can't lie, bro. He needs to cut, man. But yeah, man, that's me still.
Bless him. I said that Wyatt family bandit. That's funny. Jez, anything you want to add before we close out?
Nah, what's it called? Obviously leave you out. 100%. Sell the football club. Free us from the suffering that you putting us under. And then yeah, man. Shout out Arsenal, man. Like, you know, I just have to mention, like, you know, they have a good. Arsenal have a good draw. Like, I don't know what people are looking at. Like Arsenal already. Arsenal, like, I can't wait. You know what? I actually want Arsenal to beat PSV, and I want to see Real Madrid actually beat Atletico Madrid, because I want to see the conversation between Igal and the Real Madrid. I want to see that. Just see don't ever say I hate you that much. I want to see Arsenal go through the next round.
Facts. You know what, Jez? I'm with you. Never have I ever said I want Arsenal to. I don't mind Arsenal winning a Champions League tie. You know what? I don't mind Arsenal winning this Champions League tie. I still want you lot to go out. But if you were to win it, I don't mind it.
Nah, bro. Nah. You man better get pammed, bro. I hope you get slapped. I hope you man flipping die and burn with the fishes, bro. Them PSV guys. I hope they whoop you. I hope they slap you, bro.
But here's the thing is, De Niro, if they do win, they lose at the same time, because you get past PSV to run into Real Madrid.
Bro, I don't even want them to even get the opportunity to start doing them little combined 11s, bro. Nah, bro. I don't want none of that. Bro, it is for the weeks before that.
You don't want to see a conversation where Ethan
goes over. I get more. Bro, I get more out of them getting slapped by PSV, who they should beat, I get more out of that because then I can really say to you, man, even flopped before you even got there, bro. And you want to talk about comparisons to Real Madrid. How dare you, bro? Bro, I hope you, man, get slapped. I hope Don C is right at the front of his telly watching you, man, get slapped. And even if you slap them, then when you go to Madrid, I'll be the first one, bro, in your ear, in your messages, bro, to make sure you understand your team is dead. Like I say, two dead things don't make a right, bro. You understand, bro? And that's Spurs and Arsenal, bro. Get to understand, bro. Two dead things don't make a right, bro. Don't die for Nyash, bro. That's what they say, bro. Flipping dead scrubs, bro. I hope you, man, get slapped.
Don't tell that to Dave.
Damn. And on that note, people, we are going to close out. There will be watch-alongs for these Champions League games as well. We won't be doing Arsenal PSV. The two we'll be doing is the Madrid derby and the all-German tie. There'll be the two games because they're on separate days. So we're going to be doing Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, and of course Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, once the Champions League starts back, which is in a couple of weeks' time, people. Of course, Europa League, Manchester United versus Sociedad as well. We will be doing that. But big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Don't forget, this show, all the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, apart from the fan calling show, and apart from gaming content, all available on all audio platforms. So if you're on Spotify, you're on iTunes, you're on SoundCloud, all I need you lot to do, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and you get the audio version of all of the live streams. So big up to everyone listening on all audio platforms, people. So again, Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV. Follow us 5-stars. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Same with SoundCloud, etc., etc. Let me see who's live. I think Mike's is live. If not, we're going to redirect to Mike's. And we are heading over to the playback as well for that Leicester City-Brentford game, people, as well. We will be heading over there. So everyone get over to the playback if you have it. If you don't, download the app and come join us over on the playback. Because that is the hood of Sarcasm City TV. That is the hood of Sarcasm City, I should say. That is the block. It's the ends. It gets even more wild over there than it does over here. So, yeah, I'm just trying to refresh this other laptop now to see who to redirect to. And like I said, no United Chelsea show tonight. You will get that tomorrow, 9 p.m., people. You get that. And the reason why I pushed the United Chelsea show to tomorrow is because I'm out tonight. So that's why people are not around tonight. And then I had to push this one forward for the Leicester City-Brentford game as well. So hopefully it is indeed a good game, people. I believe Mike's is still live. Yeah, I'm hoping so.
It's Leicester, right?
Yeah, Leicester City, Brentford. It better be a freaking good game. That's what I'm going to say. Better be. Oh, you know what? Sheik's live. So we're going to redirect to Sheik. That's what we're going to do. Stretford Chronicles. Yeah, Sheik's gone live. So we're going to redirect to my bro Sheik. So put Sarcasm City TV raid in this chat. Hit the like button and subscribe over to Sheik TV. Make sure you subscribe to Charlie's channel. No Filter FC. Stephanie G, good to see you in the chat. Big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast. Tottenham United pod meets the Tottenham Talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.